The film begins with Simon accompanying her husband, Eric, and their children as they leave the Netherlands and travel to France to obtain her portion of her mother's inheritance, which consists of a large house and a total of 300,000 euros. Upon their arrival, they are taken aback to see that Simon brings her child to the supermarket to purchase some groceries, while Eric attempts to repair various items in the house. However, everything he touches seems to malfunction. In the supermarket, Simon selects a juice box, but a charming young man appears, takes it from her, and gives her another, stating it's better and that she will prefer it more when Simon returns to her children. She is astonished to discover that only her son is present and inquiries about her daughter's whereabouts. He replies that he doesn't know. Simon anxiously searches for his daughter but feels relieved when a man arrives, returning her from the play area. She takes her daughter and departs without expressing gratitude. Upon their return, they discover that Eric has repaired the plumbing and turned on the household water. The following day, Simon drives the children to school, as they have agreed to settle in this house and continue their education there. By the end of the day, their daughter returns. In the evening, Sam and her family went to a restaurant for dinner. But not long after, the man she saw in the supermarket suddenly joined them. Simon informs his wife that the man who found their daughter and he did not have the opportunity to thank him. Eric thanks him and proposes to go for a drink. They get acquainted with him and learn that his name is Peter, and he is a contractor. They inquire if he can repair Simon's old inherited house, and Peter consents, accompanying them to evaluate the required repairs. The following day, Peter dispatches workers to commence the job, and Simon encounters one of them, the attractive young man from the supermarket named Michelle. Simon feels flustered when he sees her. Later, Simon attempts to break a piece of wood, but Michelle approaches and informs her that she's doing it incorrectly, offering to demonstrate the proper method. He takes her hands, guiding her close to him, and illustrates the technique. She achieves success and appears content. In the evening, Peter engages in conversation with Simon and Eric about her mother and how she was able to marry and raise children independently. Eric replies, stating that the crucial matter now is that Simon received 300,000 euros from her mother. Simon takes Eric aside, cautioning him that this could spark greed in Peter, but he reassures her, asserting that Peter is a good man and that she should have more faith in people. However, it appears Simon's intuition was correct, as Peter begins altering the work outside the initial agreement. While Simon is collecting firewood, Michelle surprises him again by offering assistance. He accepts the wood from her and brings it into the house. Simon is taken aback and contemplates how it happened, only to be startled when her cooking starts to burn. While dining with the workers, she shares glances with Eric, and the following day, during a shopping trip, Peter proposes adding an extension to the house, enlarging the space after discovering her significant wealth, seemingly looking to exploit her finances. Simon encounters a woman at the market who cautions her about Peter and recommends that she stay away from him. The following day, Simon informs Eric that she wants to purchase decorations for the home, and Peter proposes that employee Michelle accompany her, since the store selling those items is an hour and a half away and she needs someone familiar with the route. Indeed, Michelle drives with Simon, and upon reaching the destination, they discover it is all closed. He proposes taking her to a calm place that he believes she will enjoy until it opens. In the car, Michelle sings along to the music playing, which Simon appreciates, as this joyful atmosphere is new to her and brings her happiness. After a while, he brings her to a serene location and begins conversing with her, inquiring about her aspirations. She responds that she hopes the house will be ready for them to move in soon so they can feel at ease. He informs her that the house will require several more months to be finished and requests her to share a dream that could become a reality now. She replies that she would be delighted if her children and husband adapted to life in France and enjoyed it. Michelle, on the other hand, is not interested in these dreams and tries to redirect the conversation, asking, "Why are all your dreams linked to your husband and children? Why don't you consider your own needs? You should also seek your own happiness." Then he surprises her by moving closer to kiss her and telling her that she is very beautiful. Simon is taken aback, remaining still as if nothing occurred. Subsequently, Eric receives a phone call notifying him that his mother is unwell and has been hospitalized in the Netherlands. Simon expresses a desire to accompany him, but Eric requests that she remain behind to supervise the workers and stay at home until his return. After his departure, her sister arrives, and Simon is pleased to have her presence. The following day, Simon and her sister prepare to retrieve the children from school. However, Michelle reminds her that they need to gather the remaining decorations for the home renovation, and he must accompany her. Upon their arrival at the school, Simon requests his sister to take the children out for a meal, informing her that she will venture with Michelle to collect the orders and return promptly. Ultimately, she indeed accompanies Michelle, who takes her to his residence, where the situation intensifies, leading them to engage in a relationship. Later, Simon returns home, absorbed in thoughts about the events that transpired. Eventually, Simon's sister departs, aware that Eric will be back shortly. Before leaving, she informs Simon that she is not oblivious, and neither will Eric be. He will discover the truth eventually. This panics Simon, and she quickly goes to Michelle's house. She urges him to find a way to cease collaborating with Peter. Eric and the children arrive shortly thereafter. Delighted to see him again, the children inform him that they are feeling bored whenever their mother leaves them unattended. Eric inquires, "And where is your mother?" His daughter responds, "Mom is in the bathroom with Michelle." Eric expresses surprise and casts a questioning glance at Simon, but she skillfully explains, stating that the water heater frequently malfunctions and Michelle was there to repair it. The following day, Simon feels ill, prompting her to take a pregnancy test, which reveals that she is expecting a child with Michelle. Upon visiting a doctor to discuss abortion options, he informs her that it is illegal and he cannot assist her, leaving her feeling confused as she realizes the child is not her husband's. Upon returning home, Peter takes her aside and shows her photos of her with Michelle, warning that if she does not consent to the project, he will inform Eric and reveal the photos. During lunch, Peter puts Simon in a difficult position by declaring to Eric that she has agreed to the project, astonishing him with her unexpected reversal. Peter organizes a celebration for Simon's agreement, initiating the project on her property. He invites them to a gathering at his residence, where Simon notices a photograph of Michelle on the wall, learning that Peter is Michelle's father and that Michelle misled her about his father's death. The following day, she hurriedly seeks out Eric, informing him that they must eliminate these individuals who are exploiting and deceiving them. Peter started to admit, informing Eric that Simon was expecting a child who would be his grandchild. Eric glanced at Michelle, but before he could respond, Simon shoved Peter, leading to his fall and head impact with the ground, resulting in instant death. Everyone was taken aback, and Michelle insisted that Eric and Simon depart swiftly while he handled concealing the evidence. Subsequently, Michelle sent a voicemail to Simon, requesting her not to terminate the pregnancy. They then rushed to collect the children from school, and on the journey, Eric regarded Simon with feelings of contempt and sorrow. When they got home, the police showed up and arrested Simon for Peter's murder. After discovering photos of her with Michelle on Peter's phone, Simon was jailed, profoundly upset by the effects on her future and her children's. Nevertheless, after a while, an officer told her she was innocent because Michelle had admitted to being the one who killed Peter. Simon then understood that Michelle had put himself at risk for her. As for Eric, he chose to part ways with her, but she experienced a feeling of relief and thankfulness for Michelle's sacrifice on her behalf. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.